Here we go. This is The Herd. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, we're live in Los Angeles. iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, FS1. One of my buddies may get that Jets GM job. Very fired up. Not going to get into it right now. Very fired up for him. Joy Taylor is joining me. Joy, how are you?
I'm great.
Okay. I did something yesterday at this time on the show. And a lot of people are like, whoa, crazy. And I was like, no, it's obvious. I said, if I could have Zion or every star in the league, there's only 4 guys I would take over Zion going forward for a decade. James Harden, KD, Steph, and Giannis. And people said Kawhi. And I said, he's got no magnetism. I don't see people lining up to play with Kawhi. He doesn't talk, he doesn't pass. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in 2020 of the NBA, Joy, isn't it about joining forces? He doesn't have any friends in the NBA.
It seems like that's what people are doing, yes.
He doesn't have an agent. He doesn't talk to anybody. I mean, Nike's like, pass, shoe deal. Like, this league isn't about you doing your own thing. This league is about you joining forces like LeBron and Wade and Bosh and KD and Steph, and Kawhi's on an island. He couldn't get along with the Spurs. Zion Williamson has what they call it. He's got magnetism. You don't think that matters in the NBA? Are you watching the league? It's about joining forces. Zion's not ball-centric. He's not going to turn people off. You'll get the ball with him. R.J. Barrett averaged 22 at Duke playing with him. He's not going to steal the ball from you. You get yours, he'll get his, the smile, the magnetism. Zion, to me, you keep telling me that Anthony Davis is going to wreck this league. Zion's a better prospect all in than Anthony Davis. The smile, the tickets, the marketing, the game, the power, against the unibrow, he has no personality. He's boring. His game is boring. He's hurt. He's got no alpha. Zion's nothing but alpha. Nothing but fun. Nothing but passion. I don't even think that's close. I've been sitting here waiting forever for Anthony Davis to wreck this league. He's not a one personality. He's not an alpha. There's no magnetism. There's no it with him. He's a great player, but he's a 2 in terms of personality. Don't kid yourself. Kawhi and Anthony Davis are great, but people are not drawn to them. People aren't drawn to them. It's 2020, dude. Being a great player by yourself on an island doesn't mean anything. Anthony Davis, watch Toronto and Milwaukee play for the next 2 weeks. Watch how players are drawn to Giannis, how they play together with Giannis. You can sense that everybody's all in on Giannis. They hover around him in the huddle. Giannis is a star that's got it. There's a likability, a relatability. There's a personality. He's a communicator. Then watch Kawhi with Toronto the next 2 weeks. He's on an island doing his thing. He doesn't pass. He doesn't talk. He doesn't communicate. Do you think, if you don't think magnetism matters, let me ask you this. I could make a very legitimate argument that in the last 40 years in the NBA, the 5 most important, not always best, but the 5 most important players have been Magic, Michael, Shaq, LeBron, and Steph. Well, isn't that funny? I could say they have the 5 most biggest magnetism of all of them. Kobe, 5 most magnetic, sorry. I could argue those are the 5 most magnetic personality. Guys wanted to play with them. Guys wanted to be them. Guys wear their... Players in the league are wearing Michael's stuff. Guys imitated him. Those 5 are magnetic. Kevin Durant's just talented. Kawhi's just talented. Anthony Davis is just talented. Watch Milwaukee and Toronto play. Watch how players revolve around Giannis. And watch Kawhi just do his thing by himself. So when people were saying, how can you say this? How can you say that about Zion? There is an it quality with that kid. It's very much Magic Johnson. I mean, he's handsome, the smile, the fun. You cannot watch him play and not love him. I mean, he has just got it. That shoe deal, that smile. I mean, and you ask him questions at the draft. He's got a good sense of humor. That is Broadway. That's what's disappointing because New York, they have Broadway. So yesterday when I was doing this, and how can you take him over Kawhi? Easily. You don't think marketing matters? Ticket sales matter? You don't think leadership matters? Alpha matters? The ability to communicate matters? Zion can pass, defend, play, sell tickets, market. Kawhi's not doing a lot of that stuff. Let me talk about this. Last night, the Warriors won. I think the series will get more interesting, but it was not that competitive last night. And I think Portland was gassed. But I think Game 2 will be fun. Could go either way. I think Golden State's going to win the series with or without KD. But when you're watching Golden State like last night, it takes you back to like 3 years ago. And you're like, oh, I forgot how much fun they were. We kind of fell in love with the Warriors, right? Little guys, little Steph and Clay. Where did Clay play? And this tough guy, Draymond. And it was kind of like you kind of found yourself rooting for him, beating LeBron. Whoa. And now you don't root for him as much. But they are 31-4 with Steph and no KD. May not be better, but the different isn't much worse. Nobody in the media will say this, but they're going to be fine without KD. They're going to be favored to win the West without KD. Houston's old. Chris Paul's out of his prime. Steph isn't. Draymond's not. Clay's not. I thought Draymond was. Then I watched the playoffs. He's not. They're fine. Boogie Cousins, by the way. And here's the thing. When Kevin Durant leaves, Boogie Cousins just had another injury. It's not like he can demand a lot of money. Not like Boogie Cousins can go to the Warriors and demand a lot of money. They may just say, here's what you get. Then I got Steph, Clay, Draymond, and size. By the way, mid-level exceptions. You don't think guys around the league will play with these guys? Don't want to play with Steph? You don't think guys around this league don't want to play with Steph, Clay, Steve Kerr? We've seen it with New England. Once you got the coach, once you got the stars, and once you have the system, you can get C-plus guys and elevate them briefly. New England does this. Wes Welker, Chris Hogan, Deion Branch. When they were, you were like, oh, that's a B player. Wes Welker was an A. They leave. Generally not the same. So you can put, once you have the coach, the system, and the stars, Warriors, Kerr, Clay, Steph, the system, never forget this. Festus Ezeli got paid because he played in the system. Left, where'd he go? Mo Spates got paid because he looked really good in their system. Harrison Barnes got paid. Watch them lately. This is the Patriots. This idea KD's going to leave and, oh, I don't know what we're going to. You got two stars, two best shooters in the league. You got a guy that always delivers in the playoffs, Draymond Green. You got a great coach. You got a great system. You ever notice this with the Warriors? Mo Spates, Zealy, Harrison Barnes. You ever notice this? Guys playing the system, then go get paid. Malcolm Butler with the Patriots. Deion Lewis with the Patriots. Deion Branch with the Patriots. Danny Amendola with the Patriots. They sure look a lot better when they got Belichick, Brady in the system, don't they? Most Spates looked a lot better when you had Kerr, Clay, Steph, Draymond. Yeah, it's funny how it works. They're going to be fine. Nobody's saying they're better without KD. They're a different team. And that different, I'd still argue, is the best in the league. Now, we'll see it against Milwaukee. I do think they could use Durant's size with Milwaukee. So much good stuff. I will say this. A lot of people. I was bummed out last night. It's nothing against New Orleans because small markets work all over the. OKC's relevant, Portland's relevant, Green Bay Packers relevant, Saints relevant. It's not. There's all sorts of relevant small markets, especially in the NBA. It's about the market size. Knicks and Lakers bad. League's still doing fine. Milwaukee right now, Denver right now. It's not about New Orleans. I was bummed out for the kid. I'm rooting for the kid. I've been doing this now 30 years. And so I said this yesterday. I'm looking for juice. I don't care about regular season baseball. Yankees, Red Sox, Cubs, Dodgers, playoffs, I'm in. I don't care about regular season stuff. I want juice. That's why I'm a football guy. Saturdays feel big every Saturday. Sundays feel big. It's hard for me to get jacked up for January NBA. I'm not going to lie to you. It just I've seen James Harden and Westbrook dominate in December. Doesn't do a ton for me. The other thing, so I'm looking for juice all the time to stay interested, right? I want the big stuff. I love World Cups. I love the U.S. Open. I love the Masters. I may not talk golf. I love the majors. I may not talk a ton of soccer. I love the World Cup. I don't talk boxing, but I go to fights. I don't talk UFC, but I go to the fights. I like big juice. The second thing I've noticed in my career is I find myself rooting more for individuals over teams. I just want to see what's best for Zion. Because I'm very lucky. I grew up in an era that outside of Sandy Koufax, I grew up in the perfect era. I didn't see Sandy Koufax pitch, and there's not a lot of video of him. His career was really short. Outside of that, I've seen everybody. I got Bo Jackson. I got Wilt. I got Jerry West. I got everybody. I got Mark Fidrich. I got Reggie Jackson. I get Mike Trout. I get Bryce Harper. The only great player that I really wish I could have seen is Sandy Koufax, who was so good. I mean, there's an old joke in baseball. You talk about all these great pitchers, Bob Gibson, all these pitchers, and you ask great hitters, and they're like, yeah, you could hit his curve, or you could. And you ask great hitters about Sandy Koufax, they're like, oh, nobody could hit Sandy Koufax. Like, nobody could hit Sandy Koufax for 3 years. It was like a no-hitter every time he went out, chance for a no-hitter. I didn't see him. I've seen everybody else. So the teams, the owners, I don't care. But the stars, I want to see Tiger flourish. I'm bummed out when his life curtailed. I'm crying when he's winning at the Masters. I felt bad for Zion because I thought New York was magic. And I've seen Star go to the Pelicans. I'm not a Saints fan. I'm a Breeze fan. By the way, if Tom Brady retired tomorrow, I couldn't give a rip about the Patriots. I didn't care about him with Tony Eason and Steve Rogan. I'm a Brady fan. I don't care about the Lakers. I like watching LeBron win with the Lakers. So I felt bad for Zion. How good for the NBA, bad for the NBA. That's not my problem. But I'll tell you what is my solution. Great young players flourishing in well-run organizations. Steven Jackson, Rob Parker, both here today. When it comes to costly car repairs, what you don't want to get is burned. Okay, you have a warranty 3 years. Now it's year 4. You don't have a warranty. And you think, my car's in pretty good shape. My SUV is in pretty good shape. And all of a sudden, you put a lot of miles on it, taking the kids to school, soccer practice, couple of staycations, driving around. And all of a sudden, year 4, your truck, your car, your SUV falls apart and you're not covered. CarShield.com solves that. Sign up. CarShield.com, code HURT. Extended vehicle protection. Okay, they got a new phone number, 800-CAR-6000, 800-CAR-6000, code HURT. Or go to carshield.com, and use the code HURT. Both instances save 10%. A deductible may apply. So once you sign up, they've got a rental car for free if your car goes into the ditch. They've got 24/7 roadside assistance if you're